What is up, RC enthusiasts? Today we have another LDRC in the house. This time it's a little 128 scale little LDRC. This is the LDRC 2801, I believe it's called, the Pro. Back here, as you can tell, Pro was marked on this one. And on this side, it looks like we have more models available. Now this one right here is going to be smaller than these ones right here. These ones are two-wheel drive. So these are two-wheel drive drift cars. And this one is a four-wheel drive slider or touring car setup. So they sent me the silver one. Let's go ahead and see what this thing looks like. Now every single one of these little plastic accessories you're going to have to press on there yourself. It comes in a little parts tree. You have these, you have your mirrors, and you have your spoiler in the rear. You can tell I have the car on right now, gyro's going crazy. But it is a pretty good looking vehicle. Details are nice. This is a Volkswagen Polo, I believe. I don't think we have these in the United States. I'm not sure, I'm not a Volkswagen guy, so let me know below. We have the Golfs out here, which are pretty nice Volkswagens. Proportional steering and proportional throttle. But the modulation of the throttle isn't that smooth. This thing is 1S capable. Oh no, you hit the Miata. Hope you have insurance, buddy. Oh my gosh, the Miata is down. So yeah, this thing is 2S capable. It does come with a 1S battery out the box, but 2S is ready for this guy. All you gotta do is plug it in and you're ready to go. But first I'm gonna do a 1S speed run to show you the speed of this in 1S, and then I'm gonna go ahead and see if it blows up on 2S, but supposedly this is supposed to be 2S capable. Here's the battery it comes with. It's a 500 milliamp hour, 3.7 volt lithium ion. And this is the battery that will fit in there. This is from my WPLs. It has the same exact balance lead. You can find these batteries all over Amazon. And yeah, if you have one of these kind of batteries, that'll fit in there, and we can make it 2S. So as you can tell down here from this one, it's a lot more toy grade-ish than one of these. Let me pull one of these beside it. This one will still be considered also more toy grade-ish, but you do have suspension action here. You do have nicer electronics, better proportional steering and everything, and a lot more steering because it's just a rear-wheel drive drift car. This is a four-wheel drive, slider. You want to call it a drift car, but it's pretty much just like a touring car. No suspension at all whatsoever. And I'll show you what it looks like underneath this body. So you remove this one screw right here, and it has pull tabs over here that you squeeze in, and you can pull the body off. Careful, because there's going to be wires going to the headlights, and you can actually disconnect that from the ESC right here, the ESC receiver combo. But it is like hot glued to the headlight, so be careful with that. And here's your motor, your 2-in-1 ESC tucked under here, these fake looking seats, and a little fake dashboard, and nothing on the other side of this, just the two LEDs up front. But you can put lights in the back. It has light buckets for that, and it also has light buckets for the fog lights. And it does come with a set of drift wheels, which are all plastic, so that way you can slide this around nicely on some smooth surface. And once you remove this cover, that's what it looks like underneath. And I discovered something pretty bad here. Oh man, they pinched the receiver wire right here for your antenna. That antenna would have been nicer if it was somewhere up here, and I'm pretty sure it was meant to be up there somewhere like so. And it was really close to the drive shaft. You can tell we have a metal drive shaft right here going from front to rear. This thing is on full bushings. Look at that gearbox. Look at that simple gearbox right there. So everything's plastic and on bushings. There's some bushings here and here. There's no bushings on this one. And this tiny little motor right here. We do have a 3-wired steering servo though, which is pretty good. That means upgradability should be pretty good. I don't know if you guys can see on this side, we have a piece of metal. It looks like it's a counterweight to counterweight all the electronics being on this side, I guess. And here's the front drive. There's the cover. Very simple little thing. Nothing up here. Everything's pretty much plastic, just 2 bushings. Yeah, tiny little 128 scale right here. This thing is very, very simple. I don't like the fact that it has no suspension whatsoever. That's why I do recommend one of these guys in the background instead. If you're interested in one of these LDRC drifters, you really want to get into it, these two-wheel drive drifters in the background are the thing to get. I will have links to all this guy right here, and these guys if I can find them on Banggood, because this is a Banggood video. They did send this to me for review. So that's the only reason you'll see stuff like these on these kind of videos. You know, sometimes you just see links to a certain place and stuff, because some of these videos are sponsored by those people. And in ranking, I'd say I would go with this, one of these two. This one is not bad. This one, if you really like the way it looks, but it's really hard to drift it. I don't know why, it's probably just mine. And this one right here just looks really good. That's my shelf queen. That's the shelf queen. And you know, even if you don't get them for their drifting capabilities, they sure look good as static models. Even for how simple it is, there is a steering servo saver on that servo horn. And look at that simple steering system. The front is also solid, but it has these plastic outdrives or plastic drive shafts. And the transmitter itself, you have your trim left and right, and you have your gyro gain. You can turn the gyro off completely by turning it all the way counterclockwise, and then turn it clockwise to activate the gyro. So that's 2S speed. Looks like it's 4 miles an hour. Now let's try 2S. Okay, so that's how I fit a 2S on there. You can tell it fits in there. I'm gonna leave it at 4 miles an hour and not reset it. And there you go, 8 miles an hour. That's top speed on 2S. Now you gotta take into consideration this thing kind of weighs something, so it should be a lot better without that on. Pretty decent speed for a little RC car for sure, especially for 30 bucks. Now let's try some drift tires on this guy. The drift tires are on here. These are the straight plastic tires. Sorry for being in the shade right now. It's like 105 degrees outside, but let's try it out. I would recommend maybe trying this out at a more polished concrete maybe, or maybe indoors on some vinyl flooring. This is kind of a rough concrete, so let's see how it performs out here. This is gyro off. All right, let's introduce a little bit of gyro in there, like 20%. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about there. That's the all-wheel drive slides. Not bad for 30 bucks. Obviously no suspension, so it's kind of rough. You hit any bumps and it'll throw you off your line. But if you're playing on smooth surface, it should be fine. Did that rhyme? I'm not trying every time. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Not bad all-wheel drive slider. Uh-oh. Stuck in the ditch. Well, there you guys go. Tiny little LDRC slider. So yes guys, if you're interested in this guy, it is a pretty nice looking model. If you have some 128 scale chassis you might want to put this body on because you like it, then there you go. That might be worth it for you for that. And if anything, if you really want to do two-wheel drive drifting or try drifting out, like I said, check one of these out. Links in the description below. Alright guys, thanks for watching as usual. And as always, stay safe out there, go have fun, and run that RC.